This is something that Facebook is notorious for doing, is looking at the competition and say, hey, how can we do that on our platform? How can we do that on any of our platforms? They did it with Snapchat. They did it with Vine, to be honest, with Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like, Vine was doing video, and they were like, oh, we need to do video on Instagram. Because if some of y'all don't remember, Instagram, it used to just be photos.
All.
I think everyone remembers.
I got my first. I still got my first IG video up. I was in another country when that update happened.
So was it like 14? It was like 15 seconds, right? Or 7 seconds.
Yeah,
like 7 or 15 seconds.
15, Instagram's capitalizing on millennials that aren't using TikTok currently in the US.
Correct.
For some reason, millennials just don't want to use TikTok, but I guarantee you they will use this. And I think it's more of well, there's a lot of issues at play here, but this could very well pay off for them. I don't think it'll kill TikTok unless the government kills TikTok, but it will secure their own demographic.
I think
it's in its infancy. It needs a lot of work currently.
For sure. What I will say, and this is obviously just my opinion on the situation predicated on previous stuff that Facebook's done. Every time Facebook's done this, it cripples the competition.
It does.
So even if TikTok doesn't get banned, I think TikTok is in for a very, very hard road ahead. A very hard road. Predicated on the fact that Instagram and Facebook have the advertisement dollars, the investment dollars, like they have the money to just throw shit at. So I feel like with TikTok, especially now because of the controversy around ByteDance and all that, even if it doesn't get banned, I feel people are going to be like, maybe I don't. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I don't invest my capital into TikTok and invest it into something like Instagram. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, to your original point, I agree that yes, Facebook is really good at surveying the market and seeing what they can capitalize for themselves and basically siphon people off of. They're good at that. But the problem I see with this is in order to have people want to use a new feature or something different, there has to be a way for them to see the benefit of using it over what they're already using.
Okay.
Currently, someone can make a TikTok and literally blow up overnight. We don't know what that's going to play out like on Instagram yet, but from what we've seen, people just don't blow up overnight and get discovered like that on Instagram, and it hasn't happened for a really long time. And if it has happened, it's not to the degree of how it happens on TikTok.
Correct.
The amount of influencers that blew up and transcended TikTok has totally eclipsed any other social media platform in the past year. These influencers are blowing up on TikTok and then making content elsewhere their fans are following, especially if it's Twitch, because you're looking at similar demographic. Most Twitch users, or most of the power users, are Zoomers as well. And they also use Snapchat. So a little bit of Twitter. So it's hard to get them involved on Instagram, where a lot of Zoomers aren't really playing that heavy currently. So I think that's going to be an uphill battle for them to secure that demographic. There has to be a reason why they're going to use it, other than re-uploading their content from TikTok over there directly. Now there's just a direct form for them to actually upload it properly, because they were already doing it. Let's be honest. Most great content on Instagram is TikTok, or it's derived from TikTok. All the comments are the TikTok forum now. Like everything is being influenced heavily by TikTok culture and Twitch culture these days online.
Agreed.
So if Instagram wants to play in that realm, and secure another generation, they need to adapt quickly, because I don't see them doing it currently with their current form, with what they're doing. Discoverability is huge in that demographic, and they don't have it currently. So that's my main concern with Reels.
See, and I think,
but it's in its infancy, so we need to. There's no data to really see what's going to happen.
Tosh, how are you feeling about it?
I just want to know. I had a question. So, does TikTok actually pay their influencers?
Certain influencers are under contract.
Okay, so like
and other people get money donations through live.
Yeah, because I was getting paid through TikTok for like a couple months, Tosh.
Because they brought me over because they wanted me for the gaming, right?
Yeah, they wanted me to do gaming content on there, so I did that for a while, and I was like, I don't like this shit. But yeah, so yes. So to answer your question, yes.
Okay, because that's one thing that I know Instagram hasn't tapped into is I don't think they're directly paying their influencers. You feel me?
I mean, it really depends.
I think certain influencers have partnerships.
Yeah, it depends. Okay. So, and at the same time too, the monetary on Instagram, like that was the biggest thing with TikTok. And that's something that I was explaining to a lot of people that I think a lot of people still don't really grasp. And I agree with V and I disagree with V a lot on this is there is no, the monetary, the ability to make money on TikTok is not there. If you had the same amount of followers on Instagram or YouTube that you have on TikTok, you would make 3 to 4 times that on those platforms. The main reason is because...
Well, let me interject because that doesn't matter. And you know that because subscribers to views, it doesn't translate, especially these days.
What up?
And especially when the algorithms don't match.
What do you say? I'm sorry. I heard a notification in my ear.
The amount of subscribers to views is wildly different, and it's not anything that really should be used as a metric.
So I'll explain. This is what I'll explain. So on the audience base on TikTok is there to consume entertainment. That's the idea of TikTok. You go on, you watch, you laugh, I like that. Cool. It's entertainment. The majority of people that build audiences on TikTok are not like the stickability of them transitioning to other platforms isn't there. Give you an example. You can find some of the biggest TikTokers and then go to their Instagram and there's nowhere near the same amount of follower base. Why? Because the people that are over there it's a certain type of consumption, right? So
Zoomers are not on Instagram the way millennials are.
It's not what I'm saying is I'm talking about advertisement dollars, and people are actually saying, okay, if I'm going to put money in something, I want it to be a place, one, where the people that are going to be on that platform, do they have money to spend? To your point, Zoomers don't have money. There's no money for them to spend. So why am I going to advertise to a child you see what I'm saying? So when you're over on these other platforms that actually have older demographics that have money to spend, the advertisement capability over there is way better, which is why you have certain channels, even on YouTube, that maybe don't have a big follower base, but their CPM is stupid high because their audience is geared towards an older demographic. So when I was doing like tech stuff, like even on my channel, my tech stuff was there. My demo was different as far as my age demographics. My CPM was way higher when I was doing tech content than it is doing anime content, right? And that's what I'm saying. The ability to make money on TikTok is ass. It's just trash. So unless you have the ability on your platform to know how to reach out to brands and sell yourself to make that type of a connection, it's extremely difficult. So when people have other platforms say, okay, cool, let's do that. Great. But the other platforms, to your point, V, they're not Zoomer platforms. So you can't migrate your audience to somewhere else where there's actually a monetary return in the same way. So with Instagram, when you have people that cross between YouTube and Instagram, the demos are really same. They're very similar. So it's easier to transition your audience from one to the other. So I feel like with TikTok, I think there's a huge upside, which is dope. So the people that are on now building that platform, if it still stays around, there's a huge upside. So when the age demographic grows with TikTok, it'll eventually get to that age where people have disposable income. You're putting in you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you're just early stages. You're like Wild Wild West and TikTok right now. I just feel like it's so early. But to your point with Instagram, doing Reels, I feel like it's kind of the same thing. Like, you know, with, you know, it's a better platform to grow on right now because they have the age demo for ads. They have the age demo for people that are already spending money. So they're like, all right, well, there's a potential to make money on Instagram now with TikTok content, because that's really what it is. It's a TikTok ripoff. But I really think that because they did it, I don't think that Microsoft is going to buy TikTok anymore. I think that was the move, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't think it was the only move. I think that's just the one that people are talking about most. But back to what you were saying, everything you said and said about TikTok, I feel like we've said that about YouTube in its infancy.
Well, but that's what I'm saying, though. YouTube was the only platform at the time, and there was no monetary move on YouTube. Like, that wasn't even a thing to make money on YouTube.
Okay, and that wasn't a thing to make money on TikTok.
But TikTok is coming
in its infancy.
But it's coming into it's not. But what I'm saying is there was nothing like YouTube at all. Like, YouTube came out, nobody was thinking about, oh, I want to be a creator or an influencer before YouTube. YouTube created that. So what I'm saying is, you're coming into the market with a new platform, and you have no way to make money on your platform that is video. Like, that doesn't make sense. It's like, why would, like, and it's not like you created TikTok. You bought Musical.ly. You bought a platform and then renamed it, and you still didn't think of, hey, how do you make money on this platform as a creator? So it's not like it just popped out of nowhere.
All they have to do is implement an ad service. They already have ads.
But they haven't,
they haven't yet, because they can't yet.
But they
it's
can.
too new.
What are you talking about?
They have implemented ads, but there's no actual platform for creators to benefit off of that yet. That hasn't been implemented yet.
Exactly.
But it's still in its infancy. We got to give that time to happen. It will, and it's inevitable.
But
the amount of watch time hours on the app alone,
for sure,
determines that they will have it.
But that's my point. Is they bought? It's like they bought it. You bought a platform that already existed for like 3 years. It was already big, and then they bought it and then renamed it. It's not like they invented TikTok. They bought it from Musical.ly.
Yeah, they just rebranded.
Yeah, they just rebranded.
I mean,
it. So
I don't think anyone is going to disagree with that, or is even going to argue that. I mean, that's the obvious reality. However, the thing is, it's just new, and it doesn't matter. Nobody's monetizing off of Instagram.
They are. What are you talking about?
Instagram is people giving people ad dollars.
I'm not talking about ad dollars. I'm talking about actual people, like brands are saying, oh shit, this person has X amount of following. Let me reach out to them because of their engagement. Like,
then you don't think large creators on TikTok that have millions of followers aren't doing that?
They are not making anywhere near what people are making on TikTok, on Instagram.
Probably not near what they're making, but to say that none of them are making money.
But what I'm saying, this is what I'm talking about though. I'm talking about the average. If you have the same amount of followers on both platforms, you're making more money on Instagram. Why?
Yeah, well, it's different. It's a different platform. Like, why would you try to compare the two? It's just a different way to get different type of money.
But I think you're missing my point. Let me explain it. That's what I'm talking about though. Like, the idea of making money on the platform as a creator, you can't, like, there's a solid fucking ceiling there as far as people wanting to spend advertisement dollars on the platform. So if a brand's like, yo, like Microsoft, let's say Microsoft, they're like, oh, I want to reach out to Mari. I want you to create a TikTok to do something on there. Why aren't they doing that? Versus
who's saying that they aren't?
They're not.
How do you know that?
It's not because there's nobody doing it. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, some things, like, I feel like
I've seen people do ads on their TikToks for
what? Energy drinks? For fucking,
there's energy drinks, there's other brands and stuff. People have done ad placements. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
But the ad placement dollars aren't there. Nobody's talking about
Not yet.
But that's what I'm talking about. So when you're talking about a new platform coming out, like, or Instagram bringing in Reels, I feel like when you're like, oh, well, we don't know how it's going to scale. I really think that they're like, I think TikTok's in trouble Like, I think they're in trouble bad because advertisers are like, look, the people that are on here already are already used to advertising towards older people. You know what I'm saying? So like, but you have a completely untapped demographic
of millions of people on TikTok. You're already going after a demographics that you're going after on Instagram.
I agree.
So
100%. But at the same time, they're not doing it. They've had it for a while now.
I'm pretty sure that's
because we already know the safe bet. The safe bet is what they're already using.
Correct.
But that doesn't mean that they won't grow into that.
That's what I was saying. I was like, eventually the age demographic is going to get to the point where people are going to want to spend money or they'll have disposable income. At the same time, though, we're talking about at this point in time as a transition period. Do you think TikTok can survive it?
For the time being, yeah. It's hard to say right now because everything is kind of in flux. Ever since the entire announcement last Saturday, nobody really knows what's going to happen. And then Instagram drops this prematurely because of the timely situation.
Right. I remember
who really knows what the next 6 months is going to look like for these two platforms.
Right. Because I remember Tosha was like, there were some things you liked on the Instagram version versus, I'm going to call it the Instagram version because it's really what it is. The Instagram version of TikTok versus TikTok. What were some of the things that you were like, oh, this is dope. I like this.
Mostly just the editing. Like I just liked I was able to pull multiple clips in and actually.
You can do that on TikTok. And it's easier.
You can
clip it and trim it. Yeah, you can do it.
You can trim them. I just went on there earlier and tried it and couldn't do it.
I was doing that and
that's what I'm saying. I literally went to my Instagram and said, "Oh shit, does TikTok do this?" Went to my TikTok and it didn't do it, and I was like, "Oh, okay, well that's what Instagram does different." So maybe I was missing something, but I didn't see the trimming feature.
So to you, it was more intuitive to do it on Instagram. It was more in your face to trim the clip than it would be on TikTok.
Yeah, I literally went to TikTok. I was like upload multiple clips, and then I couldn't trim those multiple clips for some reason. It just gave me a certain amount of seconds in each clip, but it didn't actually let me trim them to a certain amount of seconds.
Yeah, and that's where you just have to click on it and then trim it.
Yeah, I'm on it right now and it's not letting me trim it. It lets me move the clip, but it won't let me trim the clip. Which is that's what I'm saying. It lets me drag the clip, but it doesn't let me trim it. I'm literally doing it right now in my hand and I can't trim it. I can't trim. I can drag the clip and move it back and forth. So like right now I imported three different videos. It gave me a 7.1 second, 7.5 second, and a 5.4 second. And it's not letting me trim them. It lets me move. It says drag to select clip, but it doesn't give me a trim option.
Can you go to the next screen?
And then that was the only thing. Let me see. Let me hit next. Yeah, next gives me the effects and all that other shit. It's not letting me trim. That's why that's the only reason why. That's the only reason why I was like, and if it's not letting me do it, I'm missing it. You know what I'm saying? It's not in my face.
Right.
That's why I literally went to it. It just wasn't in my face. That's all. I see some more shit. I think I just pressed more shit. That's all.
So people are already talking about the sponsors for the CyberHype. Then I said TikTok is a new age confirmed. You know what's crazy though is TikTok is what Vine was, is what Snapchat was, and that's my issue right now. That I hope it can survive it, because both of those other platforms were huge, and then obviously Vine got eviscerated, and then Snapchat is holding on to its little thing, its little niche. It's just my biggest concern is that Instagram implemented it. And I honestly think it was a power play in the US space for Microsoft to not buy TikTok. I don't think Microsoft's going to buy TikTok anymore.
I don't know if they really were in the first place. They were just going to have conversations.
Yeah. Right. I don't think it's. Do you think it would be smart for them to do it?
I don't know.
Would you want them to do it? Would be the question.
TikTok is fine with what it's doing. It doesn't need anyone to buy them, to be honest. They just need to keep doing more of what they were doing.
Well, so the only reason why they want them to buy them is because they don't trust ByteDance.
Right.
So as a creator on TikTok, would you want them to buy them so you can keep creating on that platform without VPNing or whatever? Or are you just kind of like, you know, because like for people like yourself or anybody that's actually spent days and months creating content for that platform, like that's got to feel disheartening at a point.
To a point, I'm less attached from any social media platform than anything, because I have the understanding that these things are going to come and go. There's ebbs and flows to all social media. We've seen social media come and die. So I'm not attached to it. If that happens, if they buy them just so it can stay in the US, great. If they don't, everyone's just going to migrate. That's just how I feel. So if it goes down, people will migrate to YouTube. Some of them already have tried. People will migrate back to Instagram. Zoomers will probably have to go to Instagram, or they might find another platform that just pops up out of nowhere and they'll just be on that. But I think Reels is going to be fine, but we'll see. It's just it's in a questionable state. I don't like the way I don't like it right now.
It was
because
I'm for sure. They're like bullying it right now. It's like a bully move. It's like, all right,
they're kicking them while they're down.
It's like it was like they were working on it, and then this shit came out with the whole like, you know, ByteDance thing, and then Microsoft was in talks, and then they're like, look, let's just drop it. Let's drop it right now, where it is, to let people know that we're
do that shit with everything though.
But they do, but they don't. Like the Snapchat thing, like they were slowly like Snapchat is still better at Snapchat than Instagram is.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Like,
yeah.
And so it's like, they dropped something that really wasn't that polished, but they were like, look, we'll put stories in, we'll give you some filters, but Snapchat is still much better at that than Instagram is. You know what I'm saying? But they
kind of fire.
But they did it enough.
Certain things.
Exactly. So they did enough of it to keep people.
Instagram still has a lot of issues with stories. Not uploading or missing uploads, glitching,
annoying.
How it's not smooth between each video. That's the problem with Reels. It's not smooth when in your transitions
at all.
I tried so hard to get some smooth transitions and I just couldn't. It was so choppy. I was like, this is gonna be a problem for anyone that's gonna migrate over. TikTok's fluidity in the app is fucking amazing. Okay. It's so smooth.
So here's my question: do you think people will then start just uploading to Instagram? For real.
Yeah, they're going to upload to Reels. They're going to upload it as a reel, period. That's what they're doing right now. Because it's already worked. People are uploading their TikToks. Now they just have a way to upload a tall format that's not in stories that sticks around for more than 24 hours.
Right.
So they're just going to keep re-uploading their TikToks. Because like I told you prior, TikTok has a better selection of newer music, of interesting music.
For sure.
Amazing sounds.
For sure.
It was a music app integrated, so that was like part of the focus of the app, and it still is.
Well, I mean, that's what Musical.ly was about the music.
So it's for entertainment. I still find it better. Like I don't go to Instagram for entertainment. I haven't for a long time.
I think that's why TikTok became so big once quarantine happened. Like when people started seeing what was on it, they're like, "Oh, this." Well,
it was already big prior. It just
but for our demographic was like, "Oh, what's this?" You know, like, "Oh, this is fun. This is funny. There's some crazy stuff on here." I hope that TikTok can figure it out. I hope that it doesn't get shut down. I really don't.
Yeah.
Because I feel like as much as I like entrepreneurship and I like the bulliness of some of these companies saying, fuck it, we could do this shit too. That's cool. But it seems like a very cheap shot to me right now. Mm-hmm. And I kind of don't like how it looks. Like optically, I don't like it. Mm-hmm. Like it just feels like, so y'all just doing it because y'all can do it right now.
bro. There's
Yeah.
yeah.
It doesn't feel genuine. It doesn't
Pretty
feel
much
like, yo, we want to create this type of feel for Instagram. It's like, oh shit,
Yeah.
well, it's about to go out. We got to fill this void for people here. Let's just dump it now. And it's like, you know what I mean? It's not. It doesn't feel as genuine as I would like it to feel.
Yeah, same. It was definitely one of the sleazier moves Facebook has done.
Yeah. What's up, guys? Welcome to the CyberHype. We are your hosts, Toshi, Vasilis, and Adonis. And this is your geek culture destination.
If you guys are into gaming, anime, tech, sci-fi, geek shit, you found the right channel.
And we will be live every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, 5 p.m. Pacific time. So if you want to tune in for some geek culture shit, this is the place to be. So tune in, boy, to the CyberHype.
Yeah.